Hey, Susan. I heard you got married. Is it true? I'm honestly impressed. I didn't think you could.
You're rude as usual, Joey. Did you hear that from my older sister?
Yeah, I heard it from Angelina. I didn't think you could get married. I thought it was some kind of joke.
Is that so? What are you trying to say?
You don't look gorgeous, unlike Angelina. And you have this atmosphere that gives off poor vibes.
Thank you for pointing that out. But honestly, I don't need it.
Many of your friends are poor too, right?
Excuse me?
Angelina said so. She said most of your friends look poor.
Unlike her, they are not interested in wearing high-end clothes. What's so wrong with wearing whatever they want?
You know I'm working for a big company, right?
Apparently, yeah. I don't know much about it, though.
So I can see the difference between the poor and the rich.
Huh? Okay.
Angelina fits someone like me. I could never get married to you. You look like you're going to spend the rest of your life poor.
What's the point of saying this to me? I would never pick you either.
Pick me? Who do you think you are? You're not going to be picking anyone. You're not going to succeed in life like I am. That's why I chose your sister. Your boyfriend must be poor as well.
Excuse me? Are you looking down on my boyfriend too?
I guess so. He must be broke, right? Two poor people are getting married to hold a pity party.
A pity party? If I were to be pitiful, that'd be that I have an annoying sister and brother-in-law.
Wow. How could you say such a thing to us? Well, they say barking dogs seldom bite.
If you keep on picking me, that includes you as well.
What?
You keep on bullying us, saying things like we're poor. What's the point of doing that? I've been tolerating it until now. But you're being rude to my boyfriend as well. It's time to grow up.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why do I have to show respect to some poor people? I'm successful. Angelina and I live in a condo. Our wedding was elegant, too. I bet your wedding's miserable. And probably no one is going to attend.
Whatever. If you don't want to come to our wedding, you don't have to.
Well, at least I could be there to see your miserable face. I'm gonna be there.
What a prick you are. Don't ever talk to me. You told Joey about our wedding, huh? He was being rude not only to me, but also to my boyfriend. I've had enough of him.
What? What are you so angry about? He's just stating facts. You two make a great poor couple.
You don't even know anything about my boyfriend. How can you insult him like that?
Because I can easily tell.
Stop imagining things.
Then what's your boyfriend's job? Tell me.
I don't want to say it yet. And I'm not obligated to tell you that.
See, you can't tell me. You're too embarrassed to tell it, right?
You're the one who's embarrassing.
Don't try to steal my husband because you're broke, okay? We're the best married couple.
I'd rather stay single forever than marry that idiot. You two suit each other. You two are very alike.
I know, right? We're so successful that we can't even hide it.
That's not what I meant. Whatever. I don't forgive you for disrespecting my boyfriend. See you, though I don't think I'll ever see you again. Goodbye.
Is it your wedding today?
What do you want this time?
I assume it's about to start, but I'll cancel.
Huh?
Telling you that I won't be there 10 minutes before starting must cause you trouble. There's hardly anyone in the audience seats, right? Then we don't really have to be there.
What are you talking about?
We won't be at your wedding. Why would we attend? It's a waste of everyone's time. Don't you understand what's going on? Sorry to tell you 10 minutes before starting, but have fun at your empty, poor wedding.
Huh? I didn't even invite you.
Huh?
I didn't even invite you in the first place. What are you texting me for?
Huh? Hold on a sec. What do you mean by that?
Why do I have to invite you? We're not even that familiar with each other. You're nothing but trash to me.
What?
Our wedding is about to start. There'll be our wedding reception after this, but I didn't invite you. So you don't have to be there.
What do you mean by that?
I told you. So I'll excuse myself now.
What do you mean by that? Why didn't you invite us? Angelina's your own older sister, right? What's up with you not inviting us?
Huh? I thought I was already done with you. Why are you complaining to me this time?
I'm not complaining.
In any way, you didn't plan on attending, right? Then why do you want to know why you're not invited? You should just ignore us.
That's the problem. It's okay for us to cancel it, but it's not for you to not invite us.
What? Knock it off already. You're so annoying.
Huh?
I've been listening to you, but what the hell? I knew you were an idiot, but enough is enough. What are you trying to say? What's the point of picking on me on a day like this? Shut your mouth already. Your personality is messed up.
What?
You don't seem to understand it, so I'll tell you the truth. You guys are not liked among our family and relatives. I had no intention of inviting you in the first place.
What? Why?
I can't stand you. I've never understood anything about Angelina since long time ago. Ever since she married you, she's gotten even worse. She's the worst person to get in touch with. I didn't even invite you, so feel free to cancel it.
What? You losers. Stop throwing a fit just because we canceled.
Are you even listening to me? I'm not throwing a fit. I'm just impressed at how selfish you are. Can you stop texting me?
I'm the one who doesn't want to text you. I bet your boyfriend must be a loser. Why don't you enjoy your poor life together? We live in a different world.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. My husband is the president of your company.
Huh?
I didn't tell you because I thought it would be awkward. If I told Angelina, she would definitely try to steal him. Everything gets annoying, so I didn't tell you to this day. Didn't you know your company's president was having his wedding today? Well, he wouldn't tell someone in a lower position like you.
Who's in a lower position? There's no way I'm in a lower position. I'm a higher up.
But you've been working for 10 years, and you're still a subsection chef, right? That type who's sitting near the windows and doesn't get much attention.
How do you know that?
My husband heard about you at the office. I told him I don't want to invite my older sister and her husband, so he wanted to know about you.
So your boyfriend is really the president of my company?
Exactly. You've always looked down on me, Joey. So much for that, huh? I have no idea why you thought my wedding would be empty. My wedding is full of relatives, friends, and people with working relationships. I didn't even prepare your seats.
We'll be there right away.
What are you saying?
The president's coming, right? On top of that, he's my sister-in-law's husband. That makes me a member of his family. This is a big chance for me. Finally, a chance to get promoted.
That will never happen. Take a look at yourself.
Huh? Why?
I said I'm cutting our ties. I told my fiancé about the insults you've been saying to me.
Have I ever said something wrong to you?
Go review your messages above. I can't stand to be disrespected for no reason anymore. Angelina is full of credit card loans. She's just trying to look rich.
Credit card loans?
Haven't you realized yet? She's not working. But for some reason, she has tons of high-end clothes. She's using your card to pay for it.
That's why I couldn't use it the other day. Then, has she used it to the limit?
Go talk to your wife about it. Your salary isn't too different to a regular worker. You'll still manage to live in a condo with the company's name somehow. But everyone knows you're not rich at all. Before you have to go bankrupt, why don't you review your lifestyle? I think you should review your own wife before looking down on people. Well, whatever.
Wait a sec. Everything's so sudden. I can't keep up with it. Anyway, can I attend your wedding? I want to get to know some of the executives as well.
I'll gladly decline. Even if you come, there aren't any seats for you. And I don't want to hear what you have to say anymore. So I'll block you as well as Angelina. Alright, enjoy your life. Joey learned that Susan's husband really was the president of his company. Joey and his wife rushed to the wedding. The guards didn't let him in. Some employees saw them. Joey got relegated and given pay cuts and sent to a rural city. Also, Joey learned that Angelina maxed his credit card. They're not the best couple anymore. Also, all of his families and relatives cut their ties with him. Hope they've learned.
I heard that Betty got pregnant.
That's great news! You're going to be an uncle! Your parents must be so happy.
I'm going to be an uncle. My parents are happy. But Betty's husband is a bit strange, so I'm still a little concerned.
Oh, right. I remember. Perhaps having a child will change him in a good way? I hope he will get a steady job.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now, but the last time we talked, he said he quit his job to make it big. Then he didn't start anything. I heard that he had got a job, but I'm not sure if he's still employed.
I'm worried about Betty too. But as long as she's happy, we shouldn't interfere.
Betty's been brainwashed by him and started saying things that don't make sense. I hope she gets a grip on herself.
Married couples think alike over time, you know?
I heard that she wants to give birth in our house.
Oh, really? Then we have to make a room for her. Her old room is used as a storeroom now. We have to clean up. When is her due date? Is it after our moving date?
I'm not sure about her due date yet, but Betty and her husband want to come and stay here together.
Is her husband going to stay here too? That's unusual. Doesn't he have to work?
I don't know. They're not making any sense, and I'm very confused.
What do you mean?
Are you ready to move out? We're going to live in that house.
Hi, Betty. Congratulations on your pregnancy. I will support you all the way to giving birth to a healthy baby. But you're not seriously telling us to move out, are you?
Why? We don't feel comfortable living with a couple who doesn't have a child. We can't be ourselves around you. I'm sorry, but will you let us live alone? With just us family?
We are your family, though. We've been living with your parents for 2 years now.
That sounds like you're parasites.
Parasites?
You don't have children, do you? But you depend on my parents and live in their house. You two are such parasites. You're causing trouble to my parents. Will you stop being such a nuisance?
I don't understand what you're saying, but you're wrong about us leeching off your parents. Both Robert and I work, and we support the family.
But you have no children. You're germs.
What? Germs?
You're useless germs who can't have a baby. I feel bad for you, but I don't want to catch your virus. So, can you just move out?
A virus? What are you talking about? What virus are you saying I have?
A loser virus? You and Robert are like useless germs. What if my baby gets your virus? It'll be too late if something happens.
Are you saying that because I don't have a child, I have a virus?
I'm just telling you to move out because we're going to stay there to give birth. What's wrong with that? Brian says you should move out too. So we're right.
Why is your husband staying here with you in the first place? He has to go to work, doesn't he? It seems unnecessary for him to stay here with you.
What are you talking about? We're married. We have to always be together. He can find a new job.
I hate to interfere, but is it okay for him to quit a job when you're having a baby? Shouldn't you have enough savings to raise a child?
What do you know? You don't have a child. I'm pregnant. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about raising a child.
I don't know much, but you don't know either. You haven't given birth yet. Giving birth and raising a child cost a lot of money. My sister has a child and teaches me those things, so I'm just worried about you.
Who do you think you are? You think you're better than us. We're going to have a baby. We're obviously better than you.
I'm not talking about who's better than the other.
We're going to kick you out of the house. I can't give birth where parasites live. Just move out, Germ.
You're crossing the line here. Don't call us germs again. Just think thoroughly. We're willing to accept you if you're staying here to give birth. But we can't tolerate your insults and you're forcing us to move out.
We went to my parents' house today to throw out your stuff.
Excuse me?
We're moving in there soon. So I thought you'd already cleaned up the house. There were so many things that belonged to you, so I threw them all out.
You threw them out? Do you think you're allowed to do that? Didn't your parents stop you?
My parents don't know about it. I threw them all out for you, so get out.
You're serious about kicking us out?
You two are nothing but a nuisance. Just get lost. You're so annoying, you parasites. I don't feel comfortable giving birth where parasites with no children are. Get out, you losers. Don't give me your virus.
We'll take our family with us then.
What?
I can't tolerate being insulted like this anymore. You said you were moving in here in 2 weeks, right? Everyone in the family will move out by then.
Everyone in the family? What is that supposed to mean? Your family is only Robert. You don't have a child. You don't have a child. Get the flip out, you plague.
How could you say such a horrible thing? You've been telling me such awful things just because we don't have a child. You're planning to live here after giving birth, aren't you? You call us parasites, but aren't you the one who wants to leech off your parents?
If so, what? This is my parents' house. You have no right to lecture me. I'll do whatever I want, however I want. You two, just get out.
All of us will move out. Do whatever you want. I wish you a safe delivery.
What the hell is this?
What are you talking about? I won't answer your call. We're going to break off our relations with you.
I don't care about that. But will you explain to me? Why is the house empty? Are you out of your mind? There's no one in the house. And where are all the furniture and home appliances?
I explained to you the other day. I told you that everyone in the family would move out.
Weren't you talking about just you and Robert when you said everyone? Why did you take my parents too?
In fact, we built a mansion.
A mansion?
It looks like a mansion compared to the old house. It's a 2-family house, and we were talking about living there with your parents. That's why Robert and I decided to build a bigger house.
What? You didn't tell me about it. Why didn't you tell me? I never thought that there would be no one in the house.
If you had been going to stay in the old house just to give birth, we would have invited you here. But you were looking down on us so rudely, and you threw out my stuff without my permission.
That's because you weren't prepared to move out.
We've been busy and would have packed our things when we were ready. We didn't move out because you kicked us out. Too bad for you. Too bad there was no one waiting for you in the house. Why didn't you live alone there with your husband? You're giving birth soon. Good luck.
Don't mess with me. We can't live in a house with no furniture or home appliances.
I don't know how you lived in your former house, but you can move the furniture and home appliances from there. I told you before that all of us were going to move out. You just misunderstood what I said.
You made me get the wrong idea. You loser germ.
Say whatever you want. We already moved out and are not going to tell you where we live. You are plotting to move into your parents' house and leech off them because you have no money. Sorry, it didn't work out.
How did you know about that? It's true. We don't have any money. But I thought Mom and Dad would help us.
You only think about yourself, don't you? Did you listen to what your mother told you?
What are you talking about?
Your father needs nursing care now.
What?
He can't work anymore and has no income. We lived with them to support them with a mortgage and living expenses. That's why we built a big house. We built the house big enough to make it barrier-free.
He needs a nursing care? I don't remember my mom telling me about it.
You only talk about yourself and push your opinions on her. You didn't care to listen to her. We've been having a more difficult time than you thought. You'll have to make your useless husband work hard from now on, and to raise your child.
Wait, seriously? Is Dad okay?
We won't be fooled if you pretend to care about your father now. We won't give you any money. Also, I'm telling you this because you didn't know. That house is still heavily financed.
What? Financed?
We couldn't do much repairing because of the mortgage. It's a very drafty house, but the mortgage is still really expensive. Work hard to pay it off.
We can't pay a mortgage. We made our escape from our former house because we couldn't pay the rent.
Wow. And you called us losers when you were in such a financial situation? It's laughable, actually.
I'm sorry, Emily. We are the one to blame. I will not insult you from now on and make my husband work. So please, let us live in your house.
I'm sorry, but we're not going to live with a man with a gambling addiction. Besides, you're not my family anymore. You should have listened to us sooner. Good luck with your delivery. Too bad you have no one to leech off.
After that, Betty stopped responding to Emily after the message. Betty and her husband were despaired to face reality. They couldn't afford the mortgage as they moved into the house without knowing it was financed. They were forced to move out before giving birth. Just for the sake of their child, Robert helped them with the expenses for the delivery and supported them to become independent. Betty's husband seems to have developed a sense of responsibility and started working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. Although their family broke off relations with them, it was a good thing Betty's husband has a sense of responsibility now. I only wish for their child's health and happiness.